Hey y'all, what's up? Jamie, that's me here. Okay, listen, I'm coming to y'all with the podcast slash voiceover or whatnot. So listen, this weekend I got the opportunity to check out this show called Family or Fiance, and I've watched it a few times or whatever, but I just felt the need to go ahead and do a review, especially since the fact that, Real Housewives of ATL ain't been coming on, girl. I ain't been giving y'all nothing else. So I might as well give y'all this. Yes, ma'am. So it's Family or Fiance. It comes on the OWN channel. And basically with Family or Fiance, it's about this couple that's engaged. They bring out 3 family members from each party, and they all just pretty much come together and discuss their concerns for the other party, for the opposite or whatever, the family members or whatever. They just pretty much discuss the issues that they may have with that mate or the overall relationship in general. So they bring those individuals together in hopes of trying to resolve whatever conflicts or whatever any of their concerns that they may have. And then at the end of the episode, the family is supposed to give their blessings or not give their blessings at all. So on this particular episode, we had Dre and LaShonda, right? So Dre and LaShonda actually got engaged at his birthday. So I believe they got engaged probably like 2018 or something. It was his birthday party. And so he proposed to her and all that other beautiful stuff. And obviously she accepted, which leads us here. Now, he is also a celebrity DJ. So with him being a celebrity DJ, he always around some beautiful women and all this other good stuff, right? Or bad stuff, okay, depending on what he over there getting into. So I think that's something that has like Shonda on the fence. She has to learn how to like calm down or whatever, and trust her man, and all that stuff, because I believe with him DJing, he's got the opportunity to go on tour with a few celebrities as well. So with him having that type of lifestyle, she gotta numb your whole and gay yo and get herself together and trust her man if she gonna be in it for the long haul. Okay, so Dre says that what he loves about her is the fact that she's always open and she just herself all the time. And Shonda is like, well, let me tell you what I love about him. Okay, what I love about him is the fact that he loves my girls. The way that he loves my girls is very important to me, and he's everything that I could have ever prayed for or anything. Like, he's just all of that in a bag of chips, right? And let me tell y'all something. Shonda is beautiful. That is a very beautiful girl. Now, her her fiance, I mean, you are. Okay, you are. But listen, she is very gorgeous. So they do look good together. So congratulations to them. Their family is getting ready to come. So basically, Shonda is going to bring her 2 sisters, as well as her father, and Dre is going to bring his younger sister, his mother, and his best friend Brandon. Okay. So, child, it's going to be a mess. It's going to be a little bit of a mess. Not too much of a mess, but just a little bit of a mess. Now, Dre's family is kind of concerned with the fact that, she has the two daughters, he doesn't have any kids. And it's kind of like, okay, are you sure you want to take on that type of responsibility? Because later on, the conversation is going to come up about adoption. So the family is pretty concerned. And as far as her family, they're kind of concerned about the fact that, he's a DJ. So is she going to be able to handle that type of lifestyle? So the families finally arrived. So, you have the 2 sisters and the father for Shonda. And then you have the little sister, the best friend, and the mother for Dre, right? So Shonda and Dre stands before them just to kind of figure out what the family's concerns are. So they all up in the living room or whatever. And Kendall, which is the little sister to Dre, says that she doesn't want to see her brother hurt again. I guess he had a pretty bad relationship before or whatever, and she just don't want to see him go through that again. And then Danielle, which is one of the sisters of Shonda, she was like, listen, my sister can be like a little hot-headed at sometimes, but listen, I just want to make sure that you can keep her calm and get her to a place of a positive resolution at times, right? So the other sister, Symmetria, feels as though with Dre's lifestyle, that's a bit concerning for her and how her sister is going to be able to handle and manage all of that. In addition, she's concerned about the adoption of the children, and she want to make sure that the adoption is done right. Dre's mom said that she is also concerned about the adoption because she don't know much about Shonda's kid's dad. She never met him. She don't know much about him. A little bit of, absolutely nothing. So that kind of concerns her. And then the dad says that, his concern is the trust that his daughter's going to have for Dre, as well as the adoption as well. And he doesn't feel like the adoption should take place without the blessing of the kid's father. Well, he gonna have to be there to give a blessing. Okay, let's be clear. But all right then, Father, because we seeing you. We see each other. Okay, we see you. So Brandon, which is the best friend who says something that is out of the way and nobody else knows what the hell he's talking about. We looking. Even her daddy had to ask again. He gonna say, so with his fidelity, if that ever comes into question, will you be able to handle it? That's one of my concerns. And then her daddy looked over at him and said, you want to run that, sir? I say, you want to run it one more time? What did you say, young man? Did you ask if his fidelity ever came in question, whether or not she could be able to handle it? Daddy just turned around and just put his hand on his head like, all right, young man, you ignorant. You know, it was in that moment that I thought that her father supported her, but we're going to keep on going, right? Now, when Brandon said that SHIT, right, so you got Shonda over there really wanting to roll her eyes. She really feeling some way deep down inside. And it was in that moment that I know I wasn't going to like Brandon because you came left field. Okay, you came left field with some SHI. And Shonda's like, I'm just over him. I am over him, girl. I am just over him. So Shonda and Dre were given tasks to give out to the family. Dre has to sit with Shonda's family and tell them his 5-year plan, X, Y, and Z. And Shonda has to sit with Dre's family, and she's going to play fear in a hat. So basically, whatever their fears or concerns are, they put them in the hat, and then Shonda's going to pull them out, and she's going to speak to those, you know, address those concerns that they may have. So when the family get ready to, you know, go ahead and prepare for this little meetup or whatever, Shonda and Dre step off to the side so they can have a conversation. And Shonda's a bit pressed because she's like, everybody's over here talking about the adoption, like the father got to be included and all this other stuff, you know. And she just a bit frustrated with where they are mentally and what they thinking. And I get it, you know. She probably like, this man wasn't even around for X amount of time of my kid's life, and then now y'all see me progressing in a healthy relationship, and then you got the and a man that loves my kids, and you got the audacity to try and question me and question, you know what I'm saying, and feel away and think that, oh, I need to get his input on this and that. He ain't been giving too much input when it came to these kids, so why do I need to get his input about an adoption? Excuse me, right? So that's how she feeling, you know. And Drake just feels like it was a bunch of assumptions downstairs, you know. Everybody just making assumptions of what they think and all this other stuff, but they gonna get to the bottom of it. So they get ready to go ahead and head out and link up with the family. So Drake is with Shonda's family, right? So the question comes up, or the conversation comes up about adoption. They want to know, what is this going on about adoption? You adopting the girls? Who brought the idea up? And Drake is like, listen, it wasn't my idea. You know, Shonda brought it up, but it has been something that we've talked about. And the main concern has been, you know, if something happens to her, then what's going to happen to these girls? You know, where are these girls going to go? And it only made sense, you know, if that's what she wants, I'll step up and play that role, and I'll take on, you know, the ownership of the children if something like that were to happen. And then the dad is like, well, I feel like if you do that, you know what I'm saying, then you gonna wake up a sleeping giant. You feel me? I think that's, if you do it, then that's what we're looking at right there. And Dre is like, well, I was there from the beginning when the man wasn't even in the kid's life. You know what I'm saying? And when he started coming around, I felt like that was cool. I'm a man. I get it. I may not have no kids, but I tell you one thing, I ain't gonna never hold nobody away from their kids. Like, that ain't me. That ain't what I do. Okay? I'm not gonna keep nobody from their children. Okay? Who am I? Okay? That ain't my blood. Okay, I'm just the adopted father. Like, I mean, I'm confused. Like, that ain't me. That ain't what I do. But so Dre decides that he's gonna speak on Shonda's temper. You know, he says that, you know, she does have a bit of a temper, and he's working on, you know, her being a more calm person like him. And then he tells the dad, you know, she kind of feels as though she doesn't get the support that she needs, you know, from you at times. And the dad says, well, listen, the reason she don't get my support is because Shonda talked to me like I'm her mother friend, okay? And I ain't her mother friend, I'm her daddy, okay? So when she started talking to me like her daddy, then I'm going to give her the support that she needs. And I'm just like, well, okay then, father. Meanwhile, you got Shonda over there with Dre's family. So, okay, she goes over to the hat. She's pulling out the hat. Pulling out the, you know, the questions or the concerns from the hat. And then, of course, here we go with Kendall again, worrying about her brother being hurt. Girl, you're not in control of that. We understand you don't want him hurt, all that other good stuff. But I love Shonda's answer. Shonda said, let me tell you something. I love that man. And I can't imagine ever being without that man. And I can guarantee you this, nothing's ever going to happen to that man as long as he's with me. Okay, if I care about him that much and I can't imagine being away from him, why would I allow harm to come to him? Okay, so I was here for all of that. I was like, go ahead, Shonda, come on for the answer. Okay, yes, ma'am. Okay, so it was a really good answer. I mean, I believe her. I believe she will. You know, she got his back. I don't think the temper she has is just for herself. I'm sure she gonna carry that with anybody else to try and come in her man head. She ain't playing no games. So it's all good. So the other question comes up about the adoption without the father's blessing. That's a concern. And Shonda says, well, you know, I just feel like everybody loves my children and that's cool and stuff. But I also feel that Dre is more than capable of being there for my kids. You know, if something were to happen to me, like that's something that's just very important. I feel like he's shown his loyalty. Like, he came and slept in a hospital chair. You know what I'm saying? When one of my kids was in the hospital, like, he came and he slept in the hospital chair. And that man had only known me for like 3 months at that moment. Like, people don't just come and do that. You know what I'm saying? They be like, all right, well, let me know how little mama doing and I'll catch you. You know what I'm saying? When you get out, when you know, they release her from the hospital or whatever like that. Like, nah, he showed her like, nah, I'm trying to see what you about. I'm right here. I'm gonna be in it with you. So then the next one that comes out is about her temper. And who put that in the bucket? Okay, we already know, Brandon, right? So Brandon says that, yeah, you got a temper and I don't think it take much, you know what I'm saying, for you to boil over. You know, I've had conversations with Dre about it, and he's told me that that's been a concern of his, and that I told him he should just, you know, sit you down and talk to you about it, but I guess he won't do it. So Shonda, you know, she speaks on the situation. She and basically talks about, you know, like, nah, you trying to bring up my temper, but my issue really is with you and the SHI that you said. And I guess Brandon tried to butter it up. She was like, nah, let me be clear, baby. Let me tell you what you said, baby. Let me tell you what you said, baby. What you said, you had a conversation or with my man about my children. Okay, you said some things about my kids, saying, oh, well, I can't remember the girls' names, but she's like, you know, Layla, you know, she's gonna grow up cute and this and that, and well, Ashley, she got a cute personality. Like, excuse you me? Okay, I don't know any woman or any parent that would sit up there and take that as a beautiful compliment about their children. You compliment the other and then you speak down on the other one? Oh no, baby, you got me messed up. Okay, and if I'm gonna go hard for one child, I'm gonna go hard for both children. So you're not gonna sit up here and disrespect, you know, my kids like that. Like, we just not gonna do that. And shame on my man for making you think that SHI was okay. And then in the confessional, Dre says, well, you gotta know Brandon. You gotta know Brandon. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know Brandon. That's just how he is. That's just, you know what I'm saying? That's just how he is. And I'm with Shonda all day. Absolutely. Now you got me effed up. Okay? Yes, you do. I don't got to know Brandon. I don't got to know Brandon to know a damn thing to know that it's foul. And shame on you for knowing Brandon and allowing him to say some foul ass shit about some children that you want to look at as your own. The audacity. There was nothing about that shit that was cute, and that was the fuck okay. All right, so absolutely not, sweetheart. No ma'am. No ma'am at all. So I didn't like that he said that, but Brandon decided that he was going to apologize to her about it. And Shonda was just like, nah, baby, you can keep your apology, sweetheart, because see, what it is that you over here talking to me because you hurt my feelings. You not saying that you sorry for the stuff that you said. You saying you sorry because you feel as though my feelings are hurt. That's what that is. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. So we just gonna move on, honey. We gonna move on. It's gonna be what it's gonna be, child. Let's go ahead and go get us something to eat, because you know what I'm saying, I ain't really thinking about you like that anyway, honey. So we get to dinner. Everybody's sitting down, getting ready to eat on this some good old food. And then Brandon decided he was gonna open up the floor and just let, you know, oh girl, no, I guess to not take him at face value or whatever, and he don't want to judge somebody without knowing, you know, where they come from or what they've been through or whatever. And Shonda was like, well, you know what, I could appreciate you saying that, honey. Yeah, I can, because I always took you at face value, and I'm gonna continue to take you at face value, boo-boo. Okay, yes I am, because you said some foul SHI, and I, you know what I'm saying, I can't get with it. So her sister agrees, and she's like, yeah, because, you know, you have this real weird way of, you know, how you say things. You know what I'm saying? Your personality is a bit off. You know what I'm saying? You say things and that'll trigger somebody. So yeah, I would agree with my sister on that. So then Dre decides that he was going to try the fiance. Now Dre decided he finna start telling the story about what happened, or at least the conversation he had with Brandon. And Shonda was like, you better tell it right. You better tell it right. Because if you don't tell it right, then baby, guess what? I'm going to let you know. I'm going to retell the story, so you better get it right. So while he's trying to tell the story, Brandon decided he's going to jump out there and just interrupt and say, well, listen, this is what I said. You know what I'm saying? This is what I said. So we didn't even know he said this part, but he told on himself, because all we knew was that he said one little girl was pretty. The other one, well, she got a nice personality. Yes, that is a way of calling the child ugly. Okay? Right? So then he said, he comes out and tells on himself, and he's like, well, what I said was that they look vastly different. Are you sure they got the same daddy? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you to ask such a question? It don't matter if they got the same daddy. They got the same mama, and they in the same household. Guess what? And they look at your best friend as they daddy. So what the hell? The audacity. And shame on you, Dre, for making him think that SHI was okay. I was here with Shonda all day. The whole episode, I was here for it. So then her daddy, okay, he's gonna pop up there and say, well, I think both of y'all. So I guess he meant the sister and and his other daughter, I think both of y'all misread what Brandon was trying to say. No, Dad, you're wrong. You're wrong. And so Shonda, she just go off. You know what I'm saying? She just go off and she just get pissed off. You know what I'm saying? She's like, see, it's the stuff right there. You pissing me off because you over here trying to pick this man's side when I don't know any person that would sit up here and let another person say some stuff about their child. You ain't gonna let them say about your daughters. You ain't gonna let nobody walk up in your face and tell you nothing about your daughters. Now, are you? So why would you sit up here at this table and sit up here and try to defend this man? You don't even know this man. I'm confused, sir. I'm confused. Brandon decides that he's going to give this forced apology. I apologize. I said what I said and I'm done with it. Okay, he gave us a good old Dr. Jackie. I said what I said. I'm tired of it. I apologize. Done. Like, excuse me, honey? No, ma'am. I don't know who you think you're talking to, but you can't be talking to me like that, okay? Once again, Shonda pissed off. She's like, see, once again, like I just told y'all, okay? That's what we going with. You done pissed me the hell off, and you getting on my mother nerves, okay? See, it be SHIT just like that, right? And then her dad tried to tell her, well, I think that you get a emotional attachment to things that was said and it overrules the logic of the situation. And Shonda's like, did you just say that? I don't want to hear nobody telling me about being MF and emotional if that's what I want to be. Okay? Can't nobody up in this mother tell me nothing about being emotional when somebody sitting up there talking about my child. I'm going to be whichever way I need to be because they're my motherfucking kids. Okay? You're not finna sit up here and do that. We're not going to do that. And you too grown and you too old. And let me tell y'all another thing. I feel like, Brandon really does not like Shonda. He don't want his homeboy to marry Shonda, but this is the real reason why I believe he does not want that to happen. Because his best friend is a celebrity DJ. So what dudes like to do when they homeboy is on and they like to use their homeboys as a level of clout so they can meet other women and get introduced to women and do all this other stuff, because clearly looks alone, Brandon not finna get nobody. He not finna pull nobody right now, okay? He might pull some people. Okay, I'm not seeing it for him. So that's why I think he doesn't want his homeboy to get married. He said some silly stuff to him, talking about some man, you at the height of your life already. You sure you want to get married? You are, you know what I'm saying? You at the height of your life. Yeah, that means that you think he at the height of his life so that you can try and reap the benefits, so that you can go out here and do what you want to do off your homeboy name. You don't genuinely care about his happiness for real. You know, and I just think that's where I think Brandon's fake as hell. And I was, when I was watching the show and I was telling my guy, I was like, let me tell you something, baby. He couldn't come to me talking to me like that and let me find out you let a nigga sit up there at a table or anywhere and have a conversation with you about my motherfucking child. Oh, I'm going off on your ass and that nigga getting pulled out the wedding, and I don't give a damn about it. Okay? You got me messed up. That's not what we finna do. So when Shonda later on in the episode turned around and was like, oh, baby, I don't want him in my wedding, I was like, team sis, team Shonda, team sis, because you got me messed up, because I ain't got to let you into nothing, okay? This ain't just his wedding. It's mine, too. You got me messed up, boo-boo. Period. Okay, but all in all, Shonda got upset. You know, she started snapping about her dad. She got up, she left from the table, and she just said that, you know, her dad always chooses the side of the man first. He has so much, I guess, masculine energy or whatever. Like, he's just so rah, men. And that just frustrates her. And I feel like when I saw that, there was confirmation that he was not supporting her. And that ain't cool. That ain't cool at all. Like, that's your child. And if you feel like you not going to really support her in the capacity that she needs to be supported, then shut up. Don't say nothing. Don't get your point of view. Don't speak on it. Just be quiet. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel about it. He could have had her back a bit more than what he actually had it, right? So Shonda and Dre meet with the relationship expert, right? And she tells Dre, like, listen, you not defending me. You know what I'm saying? And I agree every way with her, because I was like, why you ain't saying nothing? Like, speak up. This show finna be wife. Can't no dude ever come up and, you know what I'm saying? Can't nobody come and interrupt what y'all got going on. Let no man put us under. What is you doing? What is you doing? Okay, so I was disappointed. So she was just like, listen, Dre, you know what I'm saying? You're not defending me. He gonna sit up there and say he see both sides. I'm looking at the screen like, nigga, how? What side you see? How you see both sides? How do you see both sides when this man sitting over here talking down on the children that you claim? I'm confused. Ain't no sides. Okay, I'ma always see the side of my child. What are you talking about? Oh, no, I disagree with that. Like, excuse me? And Shonda feels like, you know what I'm saying, he just cradles Brandon all the time. And the relationship expert was telling Drake, like, listen, baby, you did choose a side, whether you want to believe it or not. You chose a side. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to have a conversation with your homeboy and let him know where you stand, because he can't keep operating like that. Like, that ain't cool. That ain't fly. That's whack. So Shonda also tells Tracy, like, I'm also upset with my dad because I feel like my dad didn't have my back, you know? And she says, well, it seems like, you had bad experiences, you know what I'm saying? Some things triggered by childhood. And Shonda was like, yeah, I have. To be clear with you, you know what I'm saying? I've had terrible relationships with men, and it started with my dad, And so Tracy was like, well, I just need you to just calm down for a second. Inhale, exhale, and I want you guys to face each other and hold hands. And as soon as they started doing it, she was like, I just want you guys to connect. Just connect. As soon as they start doing that, Shonda just immediately cries. And then, Dre hugs her and he says, listen, I was wrong. I didn't support you. I didn't have your back. I don't ever want you to feel that way again. I'll never let nobody come in and try and disrespect our family or anything like that, or disrespect you, So now he got to go and tell Brandon what's tea, right? But before that, Shonda and Dre meet up with the daddy, right? And the daddy says that, or at least Shonda says, well, listen, Dad, you always telling me that you want me to have respect for you or whatever. You want me to give you respect, but then the actions that you put out there is the shit that press my buttons, okay? Let's be clear about that. And she's like, I can't relate, and clearly you can't relate to your daughters. And he's like, I'm your MFing dad. You don't think that I move mountains for you and I blow some stuff up and do this and that and all this other stuff? And she's like, if that's what you'll do, then I ain't see you do that the other night. You ain't do it the other night. If you really got my back and you really gonna go to bat for me and do all this other stuff, I ain't see you blow no shit up last night when it came down to somebody attacking your grandchildren, not just my daughters, your grandchildren, Dad. So where was that energy at last night? Don't be sitting up here in this room trying to yell at me because you feel like I'm coming at your head. Okay? So as he's getting up, because the dad just got upset, he get ready to walk out, and she just over there like, be the dad that I need you to be. You know what I'm saying? All that dad that you be talking about, the father that you believe that you are to me, be him. Because you not. So the sister steps in because she feels like, well, listen, Dad, you know what I'm saying? You're not understanding us. The dad is like, well, I'm telling y'all, I raised my girls, you know what I'm saying, to be strong, you know what I'm saying, like men, so they could take care of what they need to take care of. And I did my part. And the sister's like, yeah, Dad, you did do your part, but there's a component that's missing. And Dre is like, you did a wonderful job with your kids. You know what I'm saying? You did a wonderful job with your girls. They're amazing, this and that. But all they need is that emotional connection with you. You know what I'm saying? He's like, you can't emotionally connect to no women. You can't emotionally connect to no women. I was like, sir, go ahead. Just get out. Just get out. Just go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Just go ahead and go. And because that made me wonder. So he has a lack of regard for women's emotions and their feelings. And it makes me wonder, does her dad suffer from mom issues or something like that? Like, what's going on with that? Did he not have a mom, or did he not get the love that he needed to get? Was he scorned by women? Like, what is it that you can't emotionally connect with your daughters on a level or something? So, I don't know, but I must say Shonda and Dre was really entertaining. I felt like they had some real issues, but it wasn't too hard. It wasn't ghetto or anything, and I would love to see them on another episode and see what's going on with their life. What y'all got going over there, Shonda? Okay, so that was good or whatever. Meanwhile, Dre is outside with Brandon having a conversation, and Brandon, I can't stand him. Because Brandon sit up there and he's a manipulator, period. He gonna sit up there and have a conversation with Dre and tell him like, you don't act like that with your mom. The way she disrespected her dad in there, that's out of line. That's disrespectful. That's rude. That's da 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 da. I don't see how you do it. Da 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 da. I'm like, no, and you still gonna sit up here and let him talk? So Dre is like, well, see, the thing is, she feels that her dad doesn't support her and this and that. I'm like, first of all, slow down, baby boy. You don't owe him a damn thing about how she act with her dad. And then Brandy gonna say, but that's your parent though. You know what I'm saying? You can never repay them, and you gotta respect them. First of all, you got me fucked up. I don't give a damn what a parent did. Okay? I appreciate it, but the moment you decided that you were going to have me, that became an obligation on your behalf. Okay? Some shit I didn't get, you didn't have to give it to me. Okay? But now that I'm an adult and I can take care of myself, you got me fucked up if I'm finna let anybody disrespect me, and I don't give a damn who they are. That's just like Dre saying, that's just how he is. That's just how Brandon is. You gotta know Brandon. Fuck that. I'm an adult. I take care of my own. I don't call you for what you call me. So let's be very clear about that. Ain't nobody finna come in and disrespect. No, I'm an elder now. Okay? I'm with you. I'm with you. Okay? You respect your elders. I'm up there with you, girl. I'm here. I may not be that age, but I'm an elder to somebody. Okay? We see each other. And you're not finna disrespect me. I don't care who you is. Do you hear what I say, girl? Okay. So, I mean, if her dad just couldn't take it when she was trying to, tried to check him in a nice way, like, you know, not really check, but express herself to him, and he wasn't trying to hear it. So, man, baby, go ahead on. But Brandon, for you to come out that door and give us that bullshit, baby, just because you don't like her, go back. But I'm glad Shonda was out there eavesdropping. So when they went to go see Tracy, you know what I'm saying, Shonda was just like, girl, I'm still pissed. I'm mad, girl. I really don't even want to be here. And Dre ass ain't been speaking up for me. You know what I'm saying? And Tracy like, well, how long you going to let this, you know, affect y'all relationship? Girl, I don't know. It already affected it. Well, how deep is you going to let the penetration go? Well, girl, I don't know, honey. Are you going to let it go far enough that you won't get married? She was like, girl, probably so. Okay. And then Dre's like, well, if she feel that way, then, honey, we don't need to get married. She said, probably not then, boo-boo. Okay. Probably not, sweetheart. Okay. Because if you ain't going to defend me, I don't need to be with you. Okay, you rather be around your homeboy and keep your homeboy in your life more than you rather keep me. And how far has he gotten you? So back up off me. Okay, so girl, no ma'am. No ma'am at all. So Brandon starts to talk about, I guess, like, you know, when she gets upset or whatever he started to talk about. And then Shonda interrupts him. Not Brandon, but Dre. Shonda interrupts him and says, listen, I hear you. I apologize if I made you feel X, Y, and Z. But Brandon terrifies me, okay? And he makes me feel like he got a stronger hold on you than I do. Okay, and we supposed to be getting married. So, like, that terrifies me, you know. And Dre just reassures her like he's been doing it. We just gonna see how it goes, right? So everybody goes, so they go downstairs in the living room and it's time to give out the blessings. Everyone gave out the blessing, of course, except for Brandon. Even though his blessing is no, you don't have my blessing, he decided to cop out and say, well, y'all don't need my blessing. You feel me? Y'all don't need mine. Y'all got it. Okay, so just go on do what you need to do and let it ride out. Like this is where we at with it, okay? You know, Shonda spoke her piece. It was time for Dre to speak his piece, where he basically was about to end the friendship with he and Brandon. And he gets to cry and get emotional. And it was in that moment I kind of felt bad because the end result was that Brandon couldn't be in the wedding. And it's like, dang, it is his wedding too. I know he wants his homeboy there. He probably had his own vision of how he saw his wedding being as well. So I kind of felt bad. And he was crying because of the end of the friendship. And he just pretty much said, you know, sometimes you grow up with people and then you grow apart from those individuals. You know, like, it is what it is. And so they hugged it out, you know. Everybody moved on. But long story short, Shonda and Dre got married last year, and she did allow Brandon to be in the wedding. I thought that was very nice of her, and I want to make sure that Brandon knows that you're here because Shonda allowed you to be. Let's be very clear about that. But all in all, Family or Fiance was really good this past weekend. I enjoyed it. And I like to see, you know, own people, or if y'all listening to this, you know what I'm saying, I'd like to see more of Dre and Shonda. I'm not gonna lie, especially with him being a celebrity DJ and being able to probably have a few celebrities on the show, if that's gonna help a little bit. You know, Shonda's a very pretty girl. I looking on her page, it looks like she may be trying to explore the industry of entertainment in some fashion. So I mean, like, it'll be cute. Her whole family was entertaining, especially her father. So I say, bring them back for something else, girl. Figure it out. But that's all I got, y'all. Hope you guys enjoyed this review, this podcast review. I'm Jamie, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.